Oh my goodness, the Moto Guzzi V85TT Tutti Terreni. Catch you inside.
RevelatorAlf.
Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. Hope you enjoy the channel and this series of videos. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share, and check out the website RevelatorAlf.com. So, look, I'm in the market for potentially another adventure bike or an off-road trail bike. So I thought I'd come and test ride the V85TT. This is a tour edition, but there are three editions really. They're ranging from nearly £11,000 just to £11,000, and then about 11,800, which has panniers and LED lights and heated grips and taller screen and all sorts of good stuff like that. But look at this lusciousness. I've just ridden this here to this kind of foresty bit, and it is as smooth as you like. It's just like butter. Really, really nice. Bit of an odd looking thing, bit of an ugly duckling, but it's absolutely delicious to ride. Lightweight. You are sat high, but it is really, really good. Let me just go through some specs for you. So it's got the Moto Guzzi 90-degree V-twin engine, and there is this kind of lateral shift, this lateral play as you start it up. It's really nice, but that soon dissipates, and it is really smooth. Air-cooled engine, 2 valves per cylinder. Really, really nice. Now, strangely enough, it either comes in an 80 horsepower variant or a 47 horsepower variant, depending on the type of license that you've got. Now, it's not a power merchant. It's only 80 newton meters, 59 foot-pounds of torque. But hey, that's going to be plenty for some touring and also for some trail riding as well. Okay, so it's got a 23-litre tank, which is about 5 gallons. It's got a 5-litre reserve, which makes it about 6 gallons in total. And it will consume about 4.9 litres to 100 kilometres, or that's 62 miles per gallon-ish, at its most conservative. It's got a 6-speed gearbox, which, as I say, is smooth. Electronic ignition, very, very nice. And that's also got a 52mm throttle body. I mean, it just is an awkward looking thing, but lovely. Now, it's got a tubular steel frame, and it's got a dry single disc clutch. Let's say that engine there, it does look quite long. I mean, the wheelbase and the overall length is quite long, but it rides really nice. Beautiful balance. Seat height a little on the high side, 830mm. Ground clearance is 210mm, so that's ample enough for some quite decent off-road riding. An aluminium belly pan, not only for the engine but also the exhaust, which come down. Ready to ride weight is 229 kilos. Now, overall suspension travel is 6.7 inches front and rear, which is 170mm of travel in layman's speak. Front suspension, upside down forks, fully adjustable for extension and preload. Rear suspension is a double-sided swing arm with a right-sided monoshock setup. And again, fully adjustable for extension and preload. Shaft drive from the right hand side. So we've got both tubed wheels, front and rear, spoked wheels front and rear as well. We've got a 19-inch front and a 17-inch rear. So the brakes at the front, we've got 2 floating stainless steel discs, 320mm, and 4-piston Brembo calipers either side. Lovely. And for the rear, we have a 260mm disc with a 2-piston caliper as well. Okay, let me just turn the key on, and we have this TFT display, the liquid crystal display. And basically the TFT stands for thin film transistor, which is basically another variant of the LCD. Possibly the finest LCD screen or TFT screen that I have seen on a motorcycle to date. It's really bright and it's got lots of information. It's got LED lights all over the place. It's ride-by-wire. There are 3 modes. There's street, there's rain mode, and there's the off-road. Off-road, well, actually you can disengage the traction control or minimize it in 3 different modes as well. You can disconnect ABS, so it's it's fully functional both on-road and off-road. This is a TT, the tutti terreni in Italian, and that means all roads or any surfaces, any terrain, and this will certainly do it. Okay, also some other features, got cruise control, heated grips, hand guards, so the aluminium sump guard, which is a must really for off-road use. It's got traction control and ABS and selectable ABS and all that kind of stuff. Look, enough of this. It's about £11,000 worth of deliciousness. It looks a little bit awkward, but let's just get out on the bike. Let's ride it, shall we? Right, on we go. Beautiful. Clutch is silky smooth, absolutely silky smooth. No pressure on the clutch at all. Easy changing, short gears as well, especially in first and second, which is really good for off-road riding. I must say, off-road riding, you want short gears, but it'll purr along at slower speeds in 6th gear, no problems at all. Not a tremendous amount of power, as I say, from this 850cc engine, but it is, it's well balanced. It goes into the bones really nicely. You are set up high, but that's all adventure bikes. It does feel a little bit loose rolling into the bends, I've got to say, but that's just about getting used to it as well. I am kind of downhill off camber here as well. Yes, so you turn into the left, there is a little bit of a looseness on the rear, but on the right, yeah, no dramas at all. Lovely brakes, nice and responsive, and you're actually getting a full grip there, front and rear. You are actually feeling the brakes work properly. There we go. Let's get on to some highway speeds now. And it does pick up. It doesn't. You're not feeling a great sound from this engine, but it is picking up. And this screen really does keep the wind off you as well. So this is the Tourer version. Let's say the other version is slightly smaller screen. You got the cruise control on here as well. Look, you could sit on this all day long, no problem at all. Easy riding position, really comfortable, I've got to say. You know, you are sat up high. You would think that you're going to be totally buffeted from the wind, but you're not. It's really good. Right, 6th gear, let's open it up. Yeah, look, it goes. We're not talking sports bike speed, and it certainly doesn't have the torque of a big cruiser, let's say, but it's got pickup. It's got it there for what you need it to have. Really, really nice. Okay, let's come off here. Let's get onto some back roads. Now, I've been after a kind of trail riding bike for a while now, ever since I sold my last big adventure bike and went for the Harley. I'm still keeping the Harley because I love that bike, but I do want to continue with my off-road riding, all my all year round riding with a bike that's capable. And I had my big Triumph Explorer, but it was just too heavy, too big and bulky, too top heavy for the kind of technical off-road riding that I was doing. So I was looking for something smaller. I had ridden in Italy a Triumph Tiger 800, which was a lot smaller, a lot more manageable, and actually just overall a lot better. So I thought, do you know what, let me try this one, because I've heard such good things about it, and I've got to say, so far it has not disappointed. Now, you might think, okay, this is an Italian machine, it's not going to be sturdy enough, and you know, Moto Guzzi don't really have a lot of pedigree in the off-road world, but they've kind of taken indicators from their other motorcycles, and they want to get away from that kind of retro styling a lot, and they're really trying to push this style of bike. In fact, I believe it's their best seller at this current moment in time. It's done really well for them, so they are an up-and-coming brand, no doubt. If you want to be part of the Moto Guzzi Clan, but you want to have a bit of a modern ride, then this is it. This is looking really good. I mean, the styling, yeah, is a little bit all over the place. That kind of ugly duckling, but I tell you what, you look at an ugly duckling, but you're riding a glorious swan. I suppose that's the only way I can describe it. You know, in the bends, yeah, it is a little bit, it does want to kind of lie down, you know, on a left-hand bend there. I've got to say, it is a little bit, it does pull you over. That engine that I said, you know, when you just start it, it sort of throws you left and right. You know, you don't feel any of that once you're riding it. The engine is silky smooth, clutch changing is silky smooth, riding position all day long. It hasn't got, let's say, the top end power, but you don't need a lot of power for off-road riding, especially. You just need a capable bike. So you don't need a bike that's just got so much power you don't know what to do with it. It's got enough power, and it's got enough power for the road and for a tour as well. Okay, let's just get onto some back roads here. Nice suspension, you know, it's not diving all over the place when you put on the brakes. It's nice and smooth. It's progressive. You know, obviously you can adjust it. I'm just going up with the stock setup here, but it's nice, very nice indeed. You feel as if you're in command of the bike. You know, your riding position, you feel as if you're controlling it properly. Oh yeah, very nice. Lovely lovely little pickup, a lovely sort of stealthy pickup to this bike, I've got to say. Let me just turn around here. Oh, let's go off-road, shall we? Now, this is very capable off-road, but most of the time you're just going to be doing sort of trail riding, of course, so, you know, it will go anywhere that you want it to. It's really good, no problem at all. Look, on this kind of trail, look, any bike can go on this, no doubt. But look, if you're looking for a bike that'll go off-road, take you places, both on-road, off-road, it's a tourer, it's not really heavyweight, gotta say, this is the bike that you want. Now, obviously, you know, if you want to go to do some serious off-road, then what you need to do is get some, you know, off-road capable tyres, of course. But, you know, we're not really talking, the 99.9% of riders will never go up like a 100-foot vertical sand dune, will they? They're basically just going to get on a bike and, you know, they're just going to ride, do a little bit of a trail ride here and there. Sometimes a little bit wet, sometimes a little bit dry. But essentially, you know, they're just going to go and use the bike to its potential. I mean, even, you know, it's just like the 4x4 brigade in cars, isn't it? Most never really use the 4x4 function properly. They just enjoy it for what it is, and this is exactly the same here for this adventure bike. But this is a lot more manageable, I've got to say, a lot more manageable. On the back roads, really nice, on the open road, and also on the trails as well. Brakes are great. Riding position is great, suspension works really well, and this screen, I've got to say, this screen is just absolutely to die for. It is brilliant, love it, absolutely love it. Right, let's come off the main road here and get onto the back road again. The more you ride it, the more, just like any bike, the more you kind of get used to it. And the way it was kind of tucking in or over rolling on the left bend, actually it isn't. You know, you kind of get used to where that is. You know, you kind of feel there's a little bit of a balance point, a pivot point, and then it just wants to increase its roll rate. Whereas on the right hand side, you don't have that roll rate balance is exactly the same. It's progressive. The less there's a little pinch point, if you know what I mean, then it will go over. This is a really nice bike. I think you've got to compare this to something like the Triumph Tiger 800, 900 now, possibly even you know, some of the other manufacturers with the medium range as well. You know, coming away, I've said this for a long time, coming away from the big adventure bikes now, big, heavy, cumbersome adventure bikes, which are great for touring bikes, but they're not all-round great bikes. And, you know, certainly off-road riding, they're just way too big. Whereas this is really manageable, and I'm thinking you're going to have a lot more fun on this and be a lot more practical on this than on those big bikes. Now, if you're just going to do purely off-road riding, obviously even this is too big. You want something a lot smaller again, but this is really capable. It's really nice to ride. As I say, it's a bit odd looking. I'm not too sure about the colour scheme on this, I've got to say, but I prefer these red, white and yellow variant. I'll put a picture up there for you. The base price for the bluish one is about 10.8 in the UK. The red, white and yellow, that's about 11,000 and change. And then this one with a full tour pack is 11,800. So about 11,000-ish, you're getting a really good motorcycle. Are there better options out there? This is what I've got to kind of ask myself now. Are there better options out there? I've always been a massive fan of Moto Guzzi because they just never conformed to what other styles or other manufacturers did. You know, they're a little bit ungainly, they're angular, the engine, you know, cylinders, they stick out. There's, you know, it's just, and that's why they got such a great following, you know, the Moto Guzzi Clan, because it's just an odd looking bike, and it's just for people who just want something different, riders who want something different. And this is what I've always said about my motorbikes. I just want something different. I don't want to be the same, you know. I want something different that performs slightly different. But in terms of this kind of bike, it's got to function as of its intended purpose, and it does. Great for roads, great for back roads, great for a tour, great for two-up. Suspension, brakes, clutch, engine, all work smooth as you like, silky smooth. It's just nice. It's just a great bike to ride. You know, if they say this would be my second bike, but is it the bike for me? I don't know. If there's a lot to be said about it. I love the quirkiness of it. I love the look of it. I love that it's, you know, this will be a head turner. You go somewhere and people will be going, oh, hello, what's that? You know, I love the little detailing, the Moto Guzzi logo, the emblems. You know, I love this TFT screen. This is probably its best feature. Really love that. But I think you'll make up your mind here. For me, I'll give it a glowing report. I'd definitely give it an 8 out of 10 for a mid-range tourer. It's definitely capable of doing what you want it to do. And most off-road trails, they are just going to be trails. You know, it'll get up steep inclines, it'll get up you know, where you want it to go. You can get on it, you know, give it the beans a little bit. It'll go as fast as you need it to go. These are not supposed to be ultra powerful bikes or ultra fast bikes. That's not what they're designed for. But they are definitely fast enough and definitely powerful enough for all the terrains that it's intended for. And that's what Moto Guzzi have done. They have fulfilled their mission statement. So back on the main road now. What do you think? Do you agree with me that this is a great bike? Now, one of the reasons why I wanted to not only test ride this bike because for its own sake, but also from a Harley-Davidson rider. Harley-Davidson are bringing out their adventure bike shortly in 2021, the Pan America. It's a little bit ungainly, it's a little bit odd looking, and I put it in the same category as this. Don't really have a lot of history with off-road riding or adventure bike riding, both companies. Moto Guzzi have produced a bike that works, air-cooled, smooth as you like, enough technology on it to make it a proper, you know, bike for touring and comfort and so on and so forth. And it's worked. And they put it at a price point that is competitive. Let's just see if Harley-Davidson can do the same. For me, this bike is a winner. Definitely it is. But it will come down to the competition. What is the competition like? If you're looking for something different, for a bike that definitely performs, it's got its little quirks, the Moto Guzzi V85TT, that's what you want. If you're looking for something more conventional, something a little bit more that will blend into the background, that may be more capable, may have more power, then go somewhere else. That's all you can say, really. That's all you can say. It's just a great bike. It delivers on all the points it was supposed to deliver on. There we go. Anyway, hope you found that useful. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share, and check out the website RevelatorAlf.com. And I will catch you again, and I may let you know what I decide to do in my bike choice for an all-round bike. Catch you again. Ta-da.